Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome one and all. I'm so excited. This is my first in-depth tutorial for YouTube. Yes, sis is feeling herself. Get into this look. I love the outcome of this look and I hope you guys like it as well. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and like. Well, I am a makeup enthusiast. I do enjoy doing makeup, but it's not the easiest thing. It's like practice. The more you do it, the better you become. Let's get into this tutorial. First, I'm going to start off with a spoolie, just a regular spoolie, just to brush my brows in place upwards. Then I am going to go in with my MAC pomade in the shade Deep Dark Brunette with a flat angle brush. It's just a regular angled brush that I'm gonna use to outline the bottom of my brow. Try to get that as neat as possible. After outlining the bottom of my brow, I'm going to outline the top of my brow. Then I'm going to fill in my brow, trying to be light-handed towards the inner brow to get that ombre effect, and deeper towards the tail of my brow. After doing that, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 330 with a Morphe brush M410. It's a flat brush. Basically, I'm going to use that to sculpt out my brow, trying to get it as neat as I can. Then I'm going to do it to the other brow as well, trying to get them as even as possible. Remember, brows are cousins, not sisters. But I want mine to be sister. Oh yeah. After doing so, I'm going to go in with my Real Technique brush. This is a crease brush just to blend out the concealer, because you don't want the product to be too harsh. I'm basically trying to push it in the skin and blend it out. Then I went in back with my spoolie. Then I'm going in back with the concealer. That was a deeper shade. It was 330, but it looks the same. I don't know if because I use the same brush, it looks the same. I'm just sculpting the top of my brow. Then I'm going to blend it out with the Real Technique brush again. And I am going to go in with my Pro Longwear paint pot from MAC. This is good. I have oily skin and my lids get oily, so this helps to keep my shadows on for long. Then I'm going to go in with my Jackieaina palette with the shade Credit towards my outer crease. I did place clear tapes just to basically help me with precision. I'm continuing to build up the shade Credit on my outer crease just to get it a little bit more intense on both eyes. Just building and blending while I build to have that diffused look at the end, making sure that both eyes are corresponding. Then I will be going in with my translucent powder from Laura Mercier on a Real Technique sponge just to set my concealer. After that, I will be going back into the Jackieaina palette to get some of Ginger. That is a lighter, subtle shade. Just using that for my crease color to diffuse the end of my shadow. Just diffusing and running it back and forth to my inner crease. Then going back again with some more of Credit to intensify the look. Now that is my P. Louise base Rumor shade 0. That's the white one. I will be using it to cut my crease with a Morphe M213 brush. Just basically tapping on the product because I don't want to drag. When you drag it, you don't get the same outcome, it's best to tap on the product when you're doing a cut crease with the P. Louise base. It's a great base, very good base. I love it, but you have to tap it on to get that desired outcome. Just making sure that I get the look that I'm going for. Then I use my fingertips to blend out the edge of the cut crease, going back in with a Real Technique brush just to top off the excess product and tap in the product into my skin. Then I'm going back in with Credit at the corner of my lid just to make sure that it's blended properly with the cut crease that I did. Going into my Colourpop with that palette is called what, Sweet Talk, and the shade that I'm going in with is Catch Me. It's a very pale, subtle pink. I really love that color. I use it a lot. Just making sure that I cover all the areas that I cut the crease off, trying to cover and blend both shadows together. I was trying to use 2 shadows, but after putting on 2 shadows, I decided that I needed to go in with a 3rd shadow in the middle, which you will see in a second. So basically I'm doing the same thing with the other eye, just using that subtle color from Colourpop to cover the cut crease and making sure that it's even and blended, trying to blend it as best as possible. So this is when I decide to go in with a 3rd color, because to get that ombre look, I'm going to put it in the center of my lid. Yes, that's ginger, the same color that I use for my crease. I am basically putting it in the center of both lids, so it makes it it gives it a better blend, in my opinion. I like the outcome when I did that, just making sure that it's blend properly and to how I like it. Blend, blend, blend. That's the trick with makeup. You gotta blend away. It's application and blending. Then I'm gonna go in with my MAC liner. It's like it's a black, what's the name of this liner? It's a brushstroke liner, and I'm basically doing a wing line. And as I had said earlier, remember that I put the tape at the side of my eyes, and this helps with precision for both eyeshadow and when you're doing a wing liner. It helps to basically guide you and make the liner come out, you know, neat. And if you have any error, it goes on the tape like what you see there. So I'm taking my time doing my wing liner. Then I'm going in with my lash. I put some duo glue on it. I allowed the duo glue to get tacky, and now I'm placing the lash on. These lashes are from INV. It's number 33 Extreme. I like them. Don't sleep on the drugstore lashes, girl. They are cute and they're good. So yeah, just trying to make sure that it's secure and placed on correctly. Then I'm gonna go on to the other eye with the next lash. This one was giving me a little bit of a challenge, but nevertheless, you know, I conquered. Listen, I am not a professional. I just love makeup. I think makeup is art, and I'm a fan of art. I love art, all kind of art, and I think that I'm a very creative person, and you know, with makeup I can express myself. And you know, doing makeup, it boosts your confidence. Even if you were confident from the get-go, it gives you like a edge, Anyways, back to the lash. This is what I was talking about. The inner corner, for some reason, maybe I wanted some more glue, but nevertheless, as I said, I conquered and I got it on, making sure that it's secure and placed properly on the lid. Now I'm basically going in with my Garnier, what's that, the Micellar water on a regular wipes. I think these wipes are Huggies. And just basically cleaning up my face. My face was already clean, but I just felt like to go over and give it a second clean. Don't be like me and forget your primer, girl. I forgot my primer. Going in with my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 370. This Fenty Beauty is the matte, and then gonna mix it with my Estee Lauder in the shade 5W2. The Estee Lauder, I love it. Love my Fenty too, but the Fenty is more of a winter shade. But nevertheless, as I said, I like to mix my foundations, so this is what I'm doing. 1 pump of Fenty to about 2 pumps of Estee Lauder Double Wear shade 5W2. Then going with my matte brush, that's what, 170. That's a good brush. Just applying the foundation all over my face, just dotting it, then trying to blend it out with the brush. Blend it out. It looks like it doesn't match, but that's how the Fenty is. It oxidizes. It will settle into the skin after blending. Trying to blend it as good as possible because, girl, blending is key. Oh, I was feeling myself. So then I'm going in with some more Estee Lauder and more Fenty, just trying to go over my blemishes that weren't covered, you know. But this time I'm not dragging. I'm trying to just tap it in to get a fuller coverage, you know. That's what I'm going for. I want my blemishes to be covered, and I want to look flawless, girl. So I am tapping in the foundation little by little, trying to get the job done. Blending. Blending is key, girl. Making sure that I cover my nose, my forehead, as close as possible to my upper brows, because that concealer was a bit light for my upper brow. I normally go in with a closer concealer to my shade. However, you can use what you have and still let it work. Blending. Making sure it's all blended to my desire. Girl, you still blending? Yes, I am. Notice I intentionally leave out my under eye because I'm gonna go underneath it with the concealer, so I didn't feel like putting products. Now going in with the Fenty Beauty 360. That's the shade that I had used for my upper brow. However, it looks the same like 330 that I use for my for underneath my brow. So I'm just highlighting under my eyes. Gonna highlight my nose bridge and forehead, then chin. Making sure that it's all highlighted the way that I like it. After highlighting, I will be going in with the Fenty Beauty, what's that called again? It's the Fenty Beauty, God, I forgot, contour stick. Yes, in the shade Truffle. I'm sorry. Then going in with my NYX liner in the shade Black. Don't sleep on NYX. NYX is good. I'm just using it to line my waterline. I know they say that using black liner makes your eyes smaller, but I love it. It gives you a seductive look, and that's what I like. So I tend to line my eyes with black liner more than any other color. Just blending out the contour that I add in some more and blending out on my cheek. I only contoured my cheeks and my nose with the Fenty Beauty Truffle, blending it with the Morphe brush. This is what the M572 brush. This brush is dope. I love it. It's fit for blending. Just going in, blending with my, that's a elf sponge, blending out the concealer underneath my eye, blending away all day every day. That's what we do. Blend, blend, blend. Yeah man, just trying to blend it, get it the way how I like it. Oh yeah, I went in back with 330 just for a little bit more highlight, even though 330 and 360 looks the same pretty much to me, because those two are the concealers from Fenty that I use. Just blending, trying to make sure that everything is blended and looking how it should be. What did I do? I damped my beauty sponge with some NYX just now, and just blending out my forehead, my nose, blending away. Girl, you be blending. Trying to make sure that going in back with the truffle and blending, because sometimes we do blend and the contour is not as pronounced as you want, so then you have to go back in with it, blending under the eye again, making sure it's all blended and all set to go for the Mercier translucent powder. Just setting under my eyes with it, put it on a Real Technique sponge, and then I am just pressing it into my skin, setting my under eye, then pressing it on my nose, forehead and chin, all the places that I highlighted, even under my contour. I did not highlight there, but I'm just going in with some of the powder and setting there to give it that look. Then I'm going to use my Estee Lauder powder. This is called the Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder, and it's in the shade 5W1 bronze. Then going in with my Fenty Beauty to set my contour, the places that I have contour. It's the shade that I'm using is Caramel Cutie. I love it. Using my Real Technique blush brush to set my cheek area with my Fenty Beauty bronzer. Yeah. And basically going in with my powder brush. This is just a nice regular powder brush that I got online in a set that I paid like $20 for a whole set, but it's really nice and durable. Then what? Pushing in the powder, making sure that everything is blended and looking how I want it to look. Then I'm going in with my Colourpop blush. This is a very subtle blush. It's called Birthday Suit. Very subtle. It's like it doesn't matter how much you dig in and you apply to your cheek, it won't be like overpowering. It's just subtle. You're safe with it. Now I'm going in with my Juvia's Place highlighter, and mama, on a fan brush. The Juvia's Place highlighter is in the shade, what's that, Royalty 1. Yeah, just trying to highlight on my contour area, on my cheek, coming around to the tail of my eyebrow, just trying to make sure that I have my face popping the way that I like it. Yeah, don't sleep on Juvia's Place. This highlighter is bomb. It's the loose highlighter. It is bomb. Can't you see? Just highlighting a little on my cheek, the front of my cheek, because I like everywhere to be highlighted. Well, not everywhere, but you know what I mean. The whole works. The areas that should be highlighted. Highlighting my nose. And girl, let me tell you, I was feeling like a Christmas light bulb. I had too much on it. I started to panic, but then I was like, girl, calm down. Grab yourself together. Using my finger. You see, your finger is a makeup tool. Very important makeup tool. Just using my finger to blend and diffuse it. I'm like, oh Jesus, it's too much. Going in back to kind of clean up the areas of the contour that I made the highlighter went into, and just blending and diffusing all of that, just making sure it's the way how I like it. Yeah, check me out. I'm still scared. I think that I put on a little bit too much just now, so what I'm trying to do is just to, you know, blend it out a little, going in back with my Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie. You can always, you know, when it's a little bit more than how you want it, you just go back in with your contour powder or your face powder and just kind of blend it out. That's what I'm doing now. Blending. Now I'm gonna use my MAC chestnut lip liner. This lip liner it's everything. I typically use like a brown lipstick, but this time I said let me use the liner just to line my lips, trying to make sure it's precise and just the way how I like it. I don't really like to like overline my lips. That's not my style. I just like to line it the way I should, just right, in a just right fashion. Just making sure that it's lined properly. Yeah girl, line that lip. That's what you do. Oh, don't pay me no mind. Now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty lipstick, liquid. It's the liquid lipstick, and I think it's the nude shade. Yes, that shade is called Unbotton. Yeah, just placing it on my lower lip, upper lips, you know, trying to get it how I want it. Then I'll use a lip brush to basically blend it out. You can use your fingers, your lips to blend it, but I felt like using the lip brush. Why not? Just blending it how I want it to be. And check me out. Yeah girl. Feeling yourself. That's how you know that, yeah, you're doing a good job. When you start to dance and frolic around, that's how you know. Blend it girl. Yeah, you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay now. Yeah, check me out. Jeez, I love the end product. I do. I really. Oh, check. Oh, now I'm gonna melt the powder. Oops, it's all done. Going in with my Morphe mist to melt the powdery, to melt my powder in. Yeah girl. Now I'm gonna use my Estee Lauder mascara to basically, I tried to basically coat my lash, not the fuzzy, that's what you call it, not the false lashes. I'm coating my lash down there to make sure it's blended in with the false lash basically. But I like to do this. Oops. Emergency. I poked my eye out, literally. Sis was panicking. No, I'm trying to rectify whatever issue, like, oh, I got something in my eye, I know, but it's all good. Yeah, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Have yourself a awesome day, night, whenever you watch this. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ooh la la. Full meal.